Hey search friends, how we doing? It's so early on a Sunday morning, it's almost Saturday night. Does that make sense? Of course it does. I was woken by the whiff of history in the air. So little old me and the Simplex, we're going to go and find it, and you can come with us. See you on the first one. Well, not going to lie, yet again, it's been a bit of a struggle. I don't think the old Simplex has woken up yet. And then it goes and does this. I don't know what it is, I haven't cleaned it. It's round, it's flat, it's thin. Let's give that a quick, I can't see anything on it. Let's give it a quick field clean and see if we can find any detail. Not really. After all of that. One of those tokens, I believe. We might get something off it. We'll give it a clean up. First significant find of that today is not a great deal. Woo! Sometimes that's what happens. There might be something on that. We'll have a look later. Well, if we're honest with ourselves, sometimes it's not all find. It's taken me 2 hours so far. First identifiable coin, 1945 ship halfpenny. June 6th. It's fair to say I'm not having the greatest of mornings. I shall persevere. I don't know for how much longer. I don't normally film them, you know that. I thought it was a general service one. But a little bit of a clean. That's quite nice, isn't it? That's got the Kent Invicta on it. Some writing around the outside, which I obviously didn't eat enough carrots when I was younger, because I can't read that right now. You can probably read it better than me. We'll clean that up back at the ranch. 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and somebody's got their chainsaw out. You wouldn't be happy, would you? You really wouldn't be happy. Very nice. Baby thimble. Baby thimble. I do like them. I am a bit strange, I do appreciate that. While I'm here, I'd like to say congratulations to Nathaniel Outdoor Adventures, who's just hit his 700 subs. So therefore, I think it's fair to say he'll be having a convention pretty soon. We'll be flying to Switzerland to have the Nathaniel Outdoor Adventure Convention. Well done, mate. Nice fella, deserves all the subs. If you haven't seen any of his videos, go and have a look. He does some weird and wonderful things. Thimble, baby thimble. Wow. Big lump on the back. Looks like there might be still a pin or some form of attachment still on the back. That nearly blew my ears off. It's different, isn't it? I can't say for certain what it is, but it's different. We'll clean that up back at the ranch, won't we? Very nice. I've just told the Simplex we're heading home because I'm beginning to burn. So it decides to give me a lovely, I think that's a clothes hook. I think that's going to clean up lovely. I think that's medieval. And that is, unless I'm very much mistaken, I'll hit the books, but I think that is a medieval clothes hook. And I think that's wonderful. May not look like anything now, but you wait till I clean that up. That should be lovely. I'm pleased with that. Excellent. Going home, Simplex. If you want to give me a coin before we go, that'd be really good. Well, unless you're watching the video on fast forward, you would have heard about 10 foot ago me saying, give me a coin before we go home. So what does it do? It gives me a coin before we go home. 1941 threepenny bit isn't the kind of thing that dreams are made of, not for me anyway. George VI again, it's the second one of his. 2 coins, both from the same monarch today. I've got about 100 yards to go. Come on Simplex, give me an old coin before we go home. You heard me say it, let's see what it does. Well, we had the titty tiny one out. Look at the size of that one. It's like a crash helmet. Blimey Charlie, look at the size. Yeah, I won't carry on. I say, it's quite large. That'll protect you. Nimble! Watch again, we're back at the ranch. We're outside, so excuse all the background noise. Oh look, we've even got sparrows come to join us now. There you go, we get a bit of everything here. Let's have a run through of some of the things we found. An old blank coin, I think there's a vague George shadow on there somewhere, just about. You see it? No, you're never going to get anything off of that. The same with the hammered copper, absolutely blank, nothing on it at all. Can't tell what it was. 2 Georges, we won't bother with those. Button, I have no idea at all. It's an old livery button, I presume. Tiny thimble. It's quite nice, clean it off. I do like a thimble. I don't think that is a thimble, it's way too big, it's plain, it's not pitted, you know, so you see that's got the patterns on it and that hasn't. So I think that's probably the end of a stick or something, end of a walking stick, something like that. Although that would be flat if it was, wouldn't it? Don't know, I don't think that's a thimble. A couple of leads, 1 star, 1 probably a dress weight, I would have said. Nice button that cleaned up well. It says East Kent Rifles, and they're from around between 1853. They changed their name in 1856 to the East Kent Mounted Rifles. So remember that date, 1853, because that's quite important. We'll talk about that in a minute. Lovely mount, great condition. I can't find anything. It's still got a bit of organic material on the back of it. I can't find any reference of anything even remotely similar, to be honest. So I couldn't tell you how old or how young that is at all. Nice though, isn't it? Like that. And this is gorgeous. Didn't clean up as well as I hoped. I hoped it was going to be a bit more stunning when it cleaned up. But that is a dress hook from between 1500 and 1600. It was about the earliest, the only way you can date it really. It was red at one point, as you can see. I don't know if there was a stone in the middle or a bit of glass in the middle maybe, I don't know. But that is lovely, isn't it? Very exciting. That's the best example of those that I've found. So I can say in confidence, Tudor dress hook. I'm happy with that. If anybody knows any different, please let me know, but that's what I'm sticking to. You can still see a bit of the red just on there, look. And last, and not least, and I can't find the footage of it coming up. I did film it. It was just a big clod. But that is a Cornish Piskie. Not a Pixie, it's a Piskie. It is a, I'm not too sure if it's silver or if it's pewter. It's shining like it's silver, but there's no hallmark. Obviously there was a pin there. So let's have a quick chat about the Cornish Piskie. Right, we're going to have a quick chat about the Cornish Piskie. Pixie. I think the Cornish like to call it a Piskie. I don't know the origins of that, but there he is. Mischievous, benevolent, yeah. The Victorians kind of sanitised the history of them and their tales because they was a bit scary, a bit frightening, and they didn't really want all the children frightened. They wanted the children to think of them as jolly little things and all of that business. Although originally they were said to be the souls of unbaptised dead children, which is pleasant, very pleasant. They apparently predate Christianity in England, not obviously in Ireland and Scotland, but in England they predate Christianity. So if you didn't baptise your baby, would come back as a Piskie. And they were, you know, originally they were a bit spiteful, a bit nasty, a bit out there. But the Victorians kind of cleaned them up. Hence the fact I said to remember the date 1853 with that little military badge that we saw earlier. In 1853, the original in Dartmoor, which is down in Devon, Cornwall way, the original Three Little Piggies story was published. It wasn't Three Little Piggies, it was Three Little Pixies. And they huffed and they puffed. Now, Devon and Cornwall, that's pretty much where, I mean, that's where that one comes from. It's a Cornish Piskie, and they were very. Everybody in Devon and Cornwall had a little effigy of a pixie in their house for good luck and everything else, and they were said to be all right to humans by then because they'd been kind of cleaned up. And in the middle of the 1800s, in a place called Trevose Head, or Trevor's Head, not Trevor, Trevose Head, down in Cornwall, 600 pixies just appeared. They all turned up, formed a big circle, had a party, drinking, laughing, dancing, all having a good old time. 600 of them, just boff, 600. Imagine that. And then one of them, called Omphra, lost his laugh. All having a party. Imagine that, you're all having a party, boogieing about, all of a sudden, So he lost his laugh. And he thought, what can I do about this? So all the other 599 carried on partying, but Omphra, he went out searching for his laugh. He went and searched through the barrows of the ancient king. Barrows is where the burial mounds of the ancient kings of Cornwall. Couldn't find his laugh there. So he waded through something called Dosmerry or Dosmerry Pool, which is on Bodmin Moor, and it's bottomless. It's a bottomless pool. Piskies, only small. He waded through that pool, got to the other side, where an effigy of King Arthur, the old, King Arthur, him with Excalibur, he appeared and returned his laugh. And what could you want? I don't know if we went back and joined the other 599 and carried on partying. I don't know. But that's Omphra, that's the Piskies, and that's the little Cornish one. If I can find the footage that I took of me digging it up, I'll put it on there. At the moment, it's MIA. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all on the next video. See you later, guys. And there you go.